Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by
Bell Tire.
Last night, Matthew Boyd was absolutely on fire. 8 scoreless innings and 7 strikeouts against the Reds. Today, the Tigers will go for the sweep, and they turn to their most consistent starter, Mike Fiers, on the hill here in Game 2 of the series. Welcome to Comerica Park. Great day for baseball. Game 2 featuring the Tigers and the Cincinnati Reds. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Bemba. Kirk Gibson, glad to have you with us for Game 2 in the series. Mike Fiers, he's been as good as anybody in the rotation this year, Gibby, and he'll get the call today.
Yeah, he really has. The numbers don't lie. You look at his last 6, he's been unbelievable. The most consistent Tiger, 2.06 ERA, 28 strikeouts, only 8 walks. You wonder, just think about Mike Fiers this year. Left spring training, not healthy, could not get full extension, and he was not as sharp. But he is now, and the other thing is, he knows how to pitch. You know, it was the cutter that was his main pitch earlier. Now, this last start, almost 60% is fastballs. He just knows, he's got a great sense of what pitch to throw, at what time, what zone to throw it in, and he's been very successful. Tigers are looking for another big performance from Mike today.
Well, you know what they say in baseball, the old axiom is pitching and defense will win you ball games, and the Tigers got plenty of pitching last night. They also got plenty of defense as well.
Well, you look at the Tigers, they moved way up. They're tied for 3rd in defense this year. That's one of the better parts of the game. Last night in the very first inning, Jacoby Jones, very good technique, nobody on base to throw all the way to home plate. James McCann with a nice block. That's a great way to start your first inning. Now you look at Jose Iglesias, who also has been awesome, just making all kind of plays. 9 outs this year from the ground. Now, how do you throw that so accurately? I'm not really sure. But he's been very good. Mike Fiers is going to work fast. Defense is going to play good, get some runs, and the Tigers are going to win this 2-game series.
Yeah, Tigers off to the West Coast tomorrow, but first things first, Game 2 in this series here today. After a short break, we go to the Call Sam Studios. John Keating. How about Nico Goodrum? He homered last night. He's been more than just good. He's been great. Tigers Reds coming up.
digital coupons, and more. By Comerica Bank, raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. And by Dodge, join the Brotherhood of Muscle at the Dodge Summer Clearance Event and get a great deal. Tigers and Reds just moments away. John Keating welcoming you back to the Call Sam studio. Happy matinee. Make of this what you will. The Tigers have won 4 more games during daylight hours than they have at night, in spite of the fact they have played 4 fewer games in the daylight than night games. And I think we all learned in college that sometimes bad things can happen at night. Hoping for good things here today, and it'll be Mike Fiers who gets the ball, and even he had to think. He was on the move again at the deadline yesterday. Said Al Avila the Talks didn't get very far. He gets the ball here this afternoon, and his first pitches are next.
Today at Comerica Park, Game 2, Tigers and the Reds, and the Tigers here this afternoon going for the sweep of the mini 2-game series. A little bit of a cooler afternoon here today, but that's okay. We've got baseball nonetheless, and Mike Fiers is on the mound for the Tigers, presented by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Mike's been outstanding in his last 6 games, knows how to pitch, uses the fastball or the cutter really as his main features of any given game. It was the fastball last game, the cutter before that, and he's got a good idea how to navigate through this Cincinnati offense.
And here is their lineup today, presented by your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. It'll be Peraza, Jeanette, and Votto in the top 3 spots. Suarez batting cleanup, and Williams and Irvin. Tucker, Casali, the former Tiger, and Billy Hamilton. Rounding it out for the Reds and Jim Riggleman. Here we go. The first pitch is a strike called on Jose Peraza. Peraza is hitting .287. The Tigers held him hitless last night. He was 0 for 4. Fiers missing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Big Mike has been on a roll. His last 6 have been awfully good. He's been the Tigers' most consistent starter from day 1 this year. Pulled foul, third base side. 1-2.
See a lot of balls breaking. Those I'm not sure whether those are cutters or sliders. He likes to throw the ball up at the top of the zone, and he doesn't walk a lot of people unless he maybe semi-intentionally wants to. The intentional unintentional pass.
A little bit outside. 2-2 now on the leadoff man Peraza. Matt Boyd was so good last night. Fiers trying to duplicate that here today. Boyd 8 shutouts in last night's game.
Mike Fiers has went 6 innings or more in his last 6.
Swing and a miss. Top shelf. He struck him out. Peraza is gone.
Let's take a look at the Tigers starting defense. Victor Reyes getting to start out in left field today. Jacoby in center with Nicholas Castellanos in right. Candyman at third base with Iglesias and Goodrum up the middle. Jim Adducci at first base. John Hicks behind the plate today catching Mike Fiers.
So Matt Boyd last night had very little trouble. He had 1 inning in which the Reds loaded the bases, but all in all just 4 hits. And he ended up with a little over 100 pitches in the game. Here's a ball outside to Scooter Gennett. Fine season for Gennett this year. He's batting .316. Has power with 17 homers. And that is just foul outside of the bag at third.
We were talking about Matt Boyd, how good he was last night, and ended up with the 8 innings. Got Joey Votto on the slider using that high up and away riding fastball. Just had all of his pitches going. Best fastball I've watched this year with Matt Boyd. That always sets up the curveball. That's the backdoor slider right there. And the velo late in the game.
Gennett lost his balance there as he swings and just fouls it off.
Tried to back leg him. That's what we call back leg. Break a ball, stays back, and just tries to come out of his shoes.
That one came in at 72 miles an hour. Here's the 1-2. And Gennett drives it in the air to right, straight at Castellanos. 2 gone.
Tell you, Gennett really waits on the breaking pitch as well. Joey Votto, the batter coming up to the plate, does too. Really got to pick your spots when you're going to throw those pitches.
Votto is at .289. He had a double in the ball game last night. The Reds had 4 extra base hits. And Votto looks at ball 1.
Going to keep an eye on Joey Votto. He likes to move up and forward and back in the batter's box. See where he is now. So everybody has, most people get the back toe hold right here, but if you watch, Votto will sometimes creep up here when the pitcher is in his motion.
Bouncing ball left side of the infield. It'll be Candelario in time for the out, and a 1-2-3 first inning for Mike Fiers. your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, and the Tigers have Jacoby Jones getting things started again, followed by Castellanos and Goodrum. Vimard is batting cleanup. Jamer is at third base. Hicks catching today. Aducey, Iglesias, Reyes rounded out. Sal Romano presented by MGM Grand Detroit.
Sal Romano did beat the Tigers back in June in Cincinnati. Big, tall guy. Things seem to be coming out all hard right now. Fastball, slider, and the breaking ball. He likes the breaking pitch, and I suspect a lot of the Tigers are going to see quite a few of them today.
Jones last night was 0 for 4. Jacoby batting .206. But he also was able to chip in with his defense, throwing a runner out at the plate. Romano goes outside, 2-0 the count. Big Sal, how about this?
6'8".
He's listed at 270 pounds, 6'5". Big dude.
Big boy.
Ooh, in there, a strike called on Jones.
See, he's got a little tail on that fastball right there. Going to get to the breaking ball with Jacoby now that he's ahead. Umpires for tonight: Larry Vanover, the vet, can tighten that zone up at times in favor of the hitter.
In the air towards center field, Hamilton moving. One gone.
Let's take a look at the Reds' starting defense. Left field, Phillip Ervin, Billy Hamilton in center, with Mason Williams getting a start in right. Eugenio Suarez at third base, Jose Peraza at short, Scooter Gennett at second base, Joey Votto first base. Curt Casali is catching Sal Romano.
Here is Castellanos again in the 2 slot for the Tigers. Nick was 0 for 3 last night. I thought last night's game, Gibby, was one of the better pitch games really by both starters that we have seen in a while.
Yeah, rolling. Wasn't much delay. They both worked very quickly, threw a lot of strikes. 2 hours and 18 minutes on the game. The Tiger win.
Homer Bailey started for the Reds last night, retired 11 straight before Goodrum homered, and Tigers would go on to win that game 2-1.
Insurance run in the bottom of the 8th proved to be big in the 9th as Reds got one.
1-2 now on Castellanos. By the way, if the Tigers combine for 3 or more home runs, bring a copy of the box to a participating Arby's location tomorrow, and you'll get a free small order of curly fries. Now Romano's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Nick is down on strikes.
Yeah, when he gets ahead, he's going to go to the breaking ball, and he throws it softer at times and harder at times. When he gets ahead deep into the count, I think doesn't need that strike. He's more of a chase. He's going to throw it harder.
So Nico is up there now, batting .241. He has settled in pretty much as the everyday second baseman for the Tigers. Here is DTE Energy's Know Your Own Power.
Right
Bang.
down the middle. Look at there. 93 mile an hour. He cranked it. What do we have? A 31-degree launch angle. Last night on the 96 mile an hour exit velocity.
Into right center field where that wall juts out a little bit. You really got to get it all to hit it out in that part of the ballpark. Nico drives one to right field. That ball is going to get down. It's going to go to the wall. Goodrum again has extra bases. He will stop with a 2-out double.
Boy, really staying back, getting better at hitting all pitches. He pretty much was on the fastball earlier in the year. See a little wrinkle on this one right here. He goes down and gets it. Easy double. That'll leave it up to Vimart.
So Goodrum homers last night. He doubles in his first at bat here today. Nico now has had an extra base hit in 3 straight. Here is Martinez. Victor last night was 0 for 3. Fly ball left field. Ball hit well going to the track, but it's going to be caught right in front of the wall. Tigers strand a 2-out double.
Including Mike Fiers, whether he was going to make this start, considering the rampant rumors that had him going somewhere else at the trade deadline. But because of the saturation of the market, Al Avila told me yesterday there was not much interest, lukewarm interest on Mike Fiers, which, Mario, would give you a little surprising considering he has 10 quality starts in what is now his 21st start of the season. Little interest from Oakland and Milwaukee. Tigers would love to keep him because he's been, as you mentioned earlier, Mario, their most consistent starter.
You know what I think it is, Shep? As that ball is rolled toward third base, Candy, nice play, 1 gone. I think because Fiers does not throw 95, 98, you know, he's not real flashy. He just goes out and gets it done. Sometimes he overlooks some of his numbers.
Yeah, but he can also help you out of the bullpen. That's kind of why I'm surprised.
Yeah.
He can be a spot starter, and he's comfortable coming out of the pen. And as you guys have always said, teams need pitching this time of year. And, you know, hey, listen, August is still there. It's still a possibility, but I think he's been really good, much better than I thought he would be in a Tigers uniform this year.
Well, as I said in the open, he's healthy and he's getting able to extend, and he just knows, flat knows how to pitch. And if you look at a catcher and his effect on Mike Fiers is way less. You watch Mike, he knows what he wants to throw, and he's really doing the preparation along with his catcher, but he's much more decisive about what he wants to throw, where a younger guy, I think it's more the other way around. They rely on the catcher.
With 1 out here is Mason Williams. He is batting in a scoreless game in the second. I think Shep brought up another really good point. The month of August will also produce more deals, even though players have to go through waivers, and it becomes a little bit more difficult in the month of August. But if Fiers continues to pitch the way that he has been throwing this year, I think the interest probably will increase.
Well, it will, but he's got great value to the Tigers organization right now with what we're up to.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Gibby. You know, I think Fiers and Liriano, these are veteran guys that, yes, if they can bring quality pieces back, then yes, you probably pull the trigger. By the same token, I mean, you want to finish as strongly as you possibly can the last 2 months, and these two guys give you the best shot right now.
And the other thing is, he is great for the staff, everybody that's below him.
Right back off Fiers. They'll run it down, but have no play.
Got him right. You hit him in the shoe. Looks like it might have got him in the instep or the heel.
Doug Teeter coming out to make sure Fiers is okay.
Right up the middle. The ball's on the outside part of the plate. You just looked like he almost missed it. Iglesias would have had it. That's a hard hacky sack he's got there. And smartly didn't try and throw that ball. Did you see that angle he had to throw that ball? That was all trouble, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been a mess had he thrown that ball.
So let's just look at what a pitcher sees. This is a great camera shot right here. You get hit, you're going to run over and you're going to pick it up, and then you're going to look and try and get the guy at first base. And look what he sees. And here he goes. He's going to run. Let's stop it as soon as he picks it up right here. Look at there. You're on the run. You want to throw that ball? Really? Mike smartly eats it. That's throwing a double for sure, don't you think?
No doubt. That ball ends up down the line more time than not.
Plus possibility of injuring your first baseman, Ducey. So these are just things that happen. You know, we were looking at James McCann and the way he catches Matt Boyd. Remember the numbers last night were alarmingly good with McCann behind him. I think McCann is a guy that learns for having a veteran guy like Mike Fiers as well. But James has really improved, I think, this year in his blocking, his calling. Did an excellent job last night. Really got back later in the game to the fastball, which you always want to have.
Here is Phillip Ervin now with 1 man on, 1 man out. That'll bend low and away, and Fiers
Nice block.
looking down at that last pitch.
Probably didn't feel too good.
No.
It'll stiffen up on him. You could hear it hit him hard.
You could tell that when Doug Teeter and Ron Gardenhire came out, typically pitchers will kind of wave their manager off saying, I'm fine, let's go on. But they took a long look at Fiers and had a nice long conversation with him.
But it's bothering him where he got hit. You can tell he's missed everything glove side. It's going to get sore as the game goes on, probably. Kind of like those quarterbacks in the NFL. You see sometimes they get beat up pretty good and they can limp around a little bit, but they sometimes find a way to get through it. Hoping that's the case with Mike.
Ervin, big game last night, 2 out of 4, double and a triple. Runner goes, and it's grounded foul.
Let's take a look. He's just kind of holding his leg. Got it right there in the shin. That's a shin burger. That's better than a knee burger.
You can already see the swelling.
Nice red mark with some thread marks where the threads on the ball left an impression on his leg.
Two is fought off by Ervin. Shin burgers are always much better than knee burgers.
Yeah.
Take one off the knee and you've got problems.
John Hicks was grabbing his arm. Wonder if the bat got him. Take a look on the backswing. Did he get him? Just clipped him on the elbow there.
Williams draws a throw. Reds have their first hit, a 1-out single, infield hit off the leg of Mike Fiers. Pulled foul just outside of the bag at third. Well, enhance your next game day experience with the MLB Ballpark app. Access and manage your tickets. Enjoy check-in offers, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. Download the Ballpark app today. Make your life a little easier around the ballpark.
Looks to me like this is really bothering Mike right now. I see him coming off and limping.
Yeah, I would agree. Body language says a lot, and when he grabs the ball back from the catcher, he is walking with a bit of a slight limp.
Now you got to watch that, because if you start favoring landing on your leg, it could affect your arm, your shoulder, your elbow. You don't want that to happen.
Blowing away, 3-2.
So if I was Blaine Hardy, I would kind of start moving around a little bit.
Yeah, be at the ready.
Just mentally turn that switch on.
Hardy is scheduled to go game 1 on Friday in Oakland. Tigers going out to the West Coast. They'll have an off day tomorrow. They'll spend it traveling out to Oakland. On 3-2, the runner goes, and it's fouled off.
Probably going to see a high fastball here coming up. Seems to be sitting back nicely. Phillip Ervin on the breaking stuff.
Here's how they have attacked Ervin. 8 pitches. This is the 9th in this at bat. Runner goes again. It's driven in the air to center. Jacoby Jones will watch it drop. Good read by Williams. He'll get the third. Pair of singles for the Reds. They're in business.
I think he got jammed a little bit. Just kind of served it out there nicely, right in between right in front of Jacoby. Not a bad pitch. Nevertheless, first and third, 1 out. Time for a double play.
Here's Preston Tucker, who is just acquired from the Braves in the Duvall deal. Tucker began his career with the Houston Astros. Good left-handed bat. And he drives one down the right field line. It is hooking, and that ball's foul. Just out in front of it.
It seems like Mike's really being deliberate, delivering his pitch from home. Tucker gets out front right there. Curve foul, hooked it. Now that scares the crowd sometimes, but when you see that as a pitcher, that might lend you to throw a ball down and away like a changeup. He's well out in front of that.
That last ball was 108 off the bat. In there, a strike called. 0-2 on Tucker.
I wonder if Cincinnati would do the first third steal. Get first and third. Send the runner, create havoc to the Tigers, make them make a decision.
Ervin draws a throw. Up top, didn't offer.
Tucker looks very aggressive. Doesn't surprise me going up top, 1-2. He may throw another one up there, but I think he's going to try and get him out on that changeup down and away.
Preston Tucker in 10 games career against the Tigers has 3 homers. And he'll shoot that one right at the second baseman, Goodrum, who will turn to the first baseman for the double play. There's your twin killing. A line DP 4-3, and the inning is over. in game 2 in the series. Stay tuned to Tigers Live. Following the game, we'll be selecting the Fox Sports Detroit Tigers player of the game, presented by McDonald's. Now Sal Romano back to the mound. It'll be Candelario, Hicks, and Ducey for the Tigers. Candelario batting .226. Looks like the Tigers getting some action now, some stirring in their bullpen if the right-hander Fiers cannot continue. That's in there, a strike called, 1-1.
Yeah, he looked very uncomfortable, and if that's going to hurt him so much, you don't want to jeopardize him hurting the arm.
Tucker hit a couple of bullets in that last at bat. The fly ball that went foul in the line drive double play.
Hang with him. He did right out of the gate. He's feeling comfy, but he's got an over going.
2-2 on Candelario. Drew Verhagen warming up in the Tigers pen. So it looks like Fiers will be done for the day. Here's the 2-2. High, ball 3. Hicks and then a Ducey here facing Romano, who allowed a 2-out double in the first, but no damage.
Boy, Candy just needs to get on base right here. 3-2. Been struggling offensively. Get him a walk, make him feel much better, get that confidence up, hitting only 200 from the left side.
Broken bat, base hit, that'll work.
Beauty.
Single to right field. The Tigers get the leadoff man on.
Like the way he took that turn there too. Really charged hard around there, made Mason Williams look. He didn't bite. That might set something up the next time. Candy, look at him. Just try and get that outfielder to peek. About the time you're rounding the base, he's fielding the ball. Sometimes you can force a bobble. Not this time.
Here's John Hicks. 1 for 3 last night. Trying to bunt his way on. Had Suarez deep at third. Hicks had a big hit last night. It started the 8th inning, a single. The Tigers eventually got a run. It turned out to be a big run. The game-winning run, because the Reds scored 1 in the 9th.
Little bit of wiggle room. Always looking for that. Got the clock on Sal Romano. Candy, 1 steal, 2 caught, but he likes to run. He runs the bases very well underway. Look at the third baseman, how far back he is. Might drop another bunt down.
High fly ball, left center field. Irvin going over, so is Hamilton, the center fielder Hamilton. 1 away. Well, Menards brings you the big money encounter, the lowest strikeout per 9 in road games this season. Romano 3.86. He did strike out 6 Tigers. That was back home though in June in Cincinnati.
Well, it doesn't make sense, but he's trusting his infielders and outfielders when you're going to have that low of rate. A lot of contact.
Ducey looks at ball 1. Ducey playing first base today. Had a big 2-run double on that last road trip in KC. When the Tigers came back with a lot of late runs to beat the Royals. On the outer edge, 1-1.
Like that take right there by Ducey. Let that ball go. It was outside, tailing off the plate. Sal Romano trying to get it to bite. trying to get it out of this inning with the double play. That's what that ball, if you swing at that, there's nothing you can do with that pitch.
Chop to the right side. Jeanette can't get it. Into right field, a base hit. Candelario's on his way to third, and he is in there standing up. A single for a Ducey, and the Tigers have something going.
Now that was a nice little dribbler between the 3-4 hole, and Candy knew he's going to third. But he almost got deked by Suarez, the third baseman. He stands still like it's not coming in. Watch, he starts to let up. Candy does. Look at the third baseman there, and almost got him. Don't be biting on those dekes like that. Everybody tries to do that at every base in the bigs. Make sure you get in there and get secure on that base.
Here's Iglesias.
Tell you what, Iggy gets a lot of action down there, doesn't he? Seems like always people on base for him. Opportunities. Good contact guy. You should be able to get him in.
Mostly batting eighth this year. He's got 41 RBIs. It'll bounce in 2-0 now on Iglesias.
If you're the hitter, Iglesias right here. You see that little square right there. You want it to be right where you can handle it nicely. Right down the middle. Nothing more.
Pulled to third. It's a fair ball inside the bag. That'll get one run in, maybe two. Let's see. They're going to try and score Hicks. He's coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's wide. And Iglesias goes to third. The Tigers lead 2-0. A better throw, and they probably get Hicks at the plate.
Absolutely they do. Tigers pressured the Reds last night. Missed cutoff man. Let Iglesias score. Suarez can't get it. And the Tigers are off. And Clarkey, the third base coach, is going to send him again. And really, they just missed the cutoff man again, and a poor throw from the shortstop, Jose Peraza. And the Tigers score two. And Iggy all the way to third.
Infield in now. They have ruled it a double, 2 RBIs, and an E5, allowing Iglesias to get to third.
So that was Suarez that threw it to home. Where did they get the air at there?
Yeah, they called it an E5, so it was Suarez on the throw home.
So he was the cut guy. I thought it was the shortstop.
Here's the 2-0 to Reyes, and he pounds it foul back out of play. 2 singles, a double, an error, and the Tigers lead 2-0. A chance to get a third in here. Reyes operating with a pulled in infield. Foul ground, third base side, long run. And ball unreachable, out of play. 2-2 on Reyes. The one thing Iglesias does seemingly every time is put the ball in play, and there is value to a guy that doesn't strike out a lot, which is a good description of Iglesias. Swing and a miss. Reyes down on strikes. He will throw down to complete the strikeout.
Yeah, I had a feeling he's going to go with that breaking ball. Reyes loves the fastball, throws that right into the ground. Good block by Casali.
Infield back now with 2 outs. Here is Jacoby Jones. Jones fly to center back in the first inning. down the right field line to the corner and foul. Well, if you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app, and you can take Fox Sports Detroit and Tigers baseball with you wherever you go. It's made available by Oakland University. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now on Jones.
Either a high fastball or the breaking pitch here. Hopefully Jacoby can lay off the breaker and foul off the high fastball, so he gets a mistake later in the at bat.
Little chopper to the shortstop, and Peraza throws him out to end the inning. However, the Tigers score 2. Iglesias, a 2-run double. 2-0 Detroit. He took a line drive off his shin, suffered a contusion, and so he is done for the afternoon. The Tigers will have to go to the bullpen now, and here are the final numbers on Mike Fiers.
Got 2 innings out of him, no runs, struck out 1 with 2 hits. And now they're going to be counting on Drew Verhagen. So wall side windows pitching change. It's going to be a bullpen day from this point on. 21st game for Drew. Try and get at least 2 innings out of him and hand it off. This is a good day to have a bullpen day if you're the Tigers. Off day tomorrow. Guys haven't been taxed that much.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's probably the best case scenario if you have to have a bullpen day. You had the day off before the series started. Now a day off tomorrow as well.
And the other thing about it is you don't think about it. You'd think, okay, he pitches today, he's got tomorrow off, and then the next day he's got to play. But this is a day game, so you actually have extended amount of time to recover, replenish your cup. Then they play at night on the West Coast, their first game, so that's almost like 2 days. Tigers will be fresh going into the West Coast swing. They have 6 games out there.
Curt Casali took a close pitch there, 1-2. Verhagen down at Toledo this year made 10 appearances, 6 as a starter. Held dive low and away, and the count levels now 2 balls 2 strikes on the former Tiger farmhand Curt Casali. Billy Hamilton and then Jose Peraza to follow.
You're talking about the close pitch that Casali got. Just talk about Larry Vanover, the home plate umpire, considered a hitter-friendly ump. Rarely calls high and inside strikes. Narrows the corners at top and bottom of the zone. Umpire report brought to you by Mario and Pemba.
Hardly. High fly ball left field. It's shallow. Reyes coming in. One gone. Well, as you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moment later in today's game. That'll bring up Billy Hamilton.
Get the stopwatch out for this. Haven't timed it in a while, but he's still runs pretty good. 22 steals, only 4 caught. When he first came up, he could really lay down and go.
Back up the middle into center, base hit. The Hamilton is on with a 1-out single. And now the speedy Hamilton with 22 swipes. See if he's running here.
Yeah, he's going to be running, and if you're Jose Peraza, you're going to be looking for the fastball, because catchers tend to put that number 1 down with a guy like Hamilton on base. Fastball gets to the plate the quickest. That will give the catcher Hicks a better shot at getting him. If you're Drew Verhagen, you have to switch it up. You can't just be the same so he can time you up all the time.
Peraza struck out to start the game, 0 for 1. Strike 1, top of the zone.
The release there on Verhagen was 1.26 seconds. That would be doable for Billy Hamilton should he decide to run. It's going to have to be about 3-2 to get him combined with the throw to the plate and then exchange and throw to second base. 3.3 is average. I'm going to say to get Hamilton, it's going to have to be below 3.25 or 3.2. I got my clock going.
The other thing here is that Verhagen, a good ground ball pitcher, and Peraza has hit into 10 this year, 10 double plays. But a lot of attention being paid here to Billy Hamilton.
That's why you want to keep Hamilton there.
Tigers lead 2-0. They got a pair on a double by Iglesias in the second.
Looked like he was going there. Some runners like to peek in at the signs out there from first base.
Runner goes, pitch out. Throw, tag, not in time. Hamilton still beat it on a pitch out. That's the second pitch out the Tigers have called this year.
He got down there pretty quick. Now I had it. I timed it live and I timed it off the tape here. Just about 3 seconds from the time that Verhagen moved till the time the throw got to second base. However, that's a quick time, but the throw is a little high, and it takes time to tag.
Meanwhile, Peraza waiting on a 2-1. Foul back, 2-2.
Couple good inside moves would be good here, because Hamilton will run to third.
Hamilton may have third base in his sights. 2-2 on Peraza. One round, strike 3. Peraza is out, 2 away.
He tried to disguise it, didn't he? He clearly went around.
David Rackley down at third was not buying. Here is Scooter Gennett. Well, Gennett has turned himself to an all-star player, made the all-star team this year, and quite a pickup by the Reds off the waiver wire from Milwaukee. He'll shoot one on the ground to the shortstop Iglesias, and the inning is over. No runs, a single, a steal, but no damage. What happened last night to the New York Mets?
Oh boy.
The Nats had a field day. Got so bad that Jose Reyes came on a pitch for the Mets. That didn't work. In the end, it was a lopsided win. 25-4 for the Nationals. One of those nights. Swing and a miss by Castellanos. We go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 here. Tigers have the lead.
Seems like there's been a lot of position players throwing this year in games. That one's a no-brainer, but other games where it seems like they do it fairly early, just save the bullpen, regroup for tomorrow.
Did you see where Kevin Cash recently used Sergio Romo as a third baseman for one play?
I did.
So he wouldn't have to take him out of the game. Then he eventually brought him back to the mound.
That's a good play. I know as a manager I considered that a few times. I never did it, but Bruce Bochy used to do it quite a bit.
Wave and a miss. 1-2 on Castellanos. What are you seeing with Nick here? The slide now is 0 for his last 13.
Yeah, I think he hasn't been swinging the bat well. It's not syncing up like he has, and now he's entering the thinking process. Overthink. You see him taking the pitches and his bat is flinching. When he's going good, he's just relaxed. He gets his hands back. He has stored key words in his mind over time, and he's using those trying to get back on track.
Pulled foul, third base side. That to me, Gibby, seems like the toughest part of baseball, and that is the mental side when things just aren't going well.
It is. It's a thinking man's game. You get very reflective. You try and bring back feelings more than really actual actions. You're thinking more about how it felt once a certain swing you had.
Popped up. Right side of the infield. Gennett back to the grass.
Now it's time for the Bernstein advantage. Nico Goodrum has the Bernstein advantage. Look at the slugging percentage this season versus the fastball. As a left-handed batter, Nico is 6th. 614 clip. He likes the heater. I have him crush one right here.
Well, Goodrum had a double in his first at bat, a 2-out, 2-base hit in the first. Tigers could not score him, though. He's had an extra base hit in 3 straight games. Time now for StatCast AI, powered by AWS. You can see all the pull numbers here on Goodrum. That's why they shift him that way. High, towering fly ball to right field. It's hit well, but not well enough. Caught by Williams, 2 gone.
Just missed. Another good swing.
We are told Mike Fiers had x-rays on that left shin, the lower left shin. The x-rays are negative.
Good sign. But you certainly, you get hit like that hard, you could hear how hard it hit. You're going to get swelling in there, which gives you the pain whenever you have a contusion or somebody hits you or you jam a finger. You get all that swelling in there, and sometimes you're not hurt, but it hurts because of the swelling. So you can get that swelling. That's one of the reasons you take a player out quickly in the game, so you can take measures to stop the swelling so the injury lasts less time. Here's the infield alignment on Victor. Oh, he went against it.
Again the other way, and it's to drop in for a base hit. It's his second time today. He's hit the ball to left field.
Well, you know he's feeling better. He just served it right over there. Only Suarez over there on the left side of the diamond. Victor goes where nobody is. 2-out single.
Here is Jamer. Single to get it rolling in the second. A broken bat single. He would eventually score the Tigers' first run. Would be nice to see the Tigers get the offense rolling early here in the month of August. In July, they finished with a .221 team average.
Yeah, they didn't do too much damage on a consistent basis.
Average with runners in scoring position was not all that good either. They ended up winning 10 and losing 14 in the month of July.
Look at Votto's behind Victor. He's not even going to hold him on. He can't go.
One and two.
Off speed. Little communication out there. The last day of the series. Victor and Joey Votto. Pleasantries.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 players give each other a hug in the middle of a game.
Well, you have now.
I mean, as play is going on, Votto game over there, and now they're continuing their little confab.
Yeah, I think players like Votto, they're going to want to talk to Victor and give him his respect, knowing that it's his last year of playing. Give him a little hug, say good job, young man, even though he's getting a little older.
Well, by baseball standards, yes. But Vimar, 39 years old now.
You know, the game has changed a little bit, and I'm not saying this is a bad way, but a lot more communication between teams.
Flare to center field. Hamilton coming on, and that'll end the inning. No runs to hit, 1 left, and Tigers baseball presented by Belt Tire.
Gino Suarez, all-stars. But I was talking with Jim Riggleman before this series, and Riggleman told me that the thing that amazes him most about Votto, his professionalism, his willingness to dedicate himself to his craft by studying so much film. He also is a guy, fellas, who has popped up just 7 times on the infield since 2010, has never popped out to first, catcher, or the pitcher in over 6,500 career plate appearances. But it's kind of a mystery since the middle of June, batting just .235, just 3 homers since the middle of May, and his slugging percentage is the lowest of his career. And yet he's an all-star, and he's still considered one of the better, well, I would say, guys who have an idea of the strike zone than anybody in the game today.
Well, yeah, he's second right now in the National League in walks, only behind Harper. He leads in on-base percentage, and he's absolutely, Shep, one of those guys that will cause havoc on the bases. But yeah, you look at the struggles in terms of the stats that Shep gave recently, and I would guess it's kind of the ebb and flow of baseball. He's been around a while. He's put up great numbers.
When you look at the line drives, that's amazing.
And he's just served one into center field, a base hit out of the reach of Iglesias. Leadoff man on here in the 4th. That'll bring up Suarez.
I mean, he just stays right on this pitch. Look at, he's not going to pull it. Stays up on top of it. And he hits the ball hard. So hard, Iggy can't get it. And see good hustle out of the box. He's thinking too, but shuts her down. Now, if Victor was still playing first base right here, we could have a return, right?
A return hug?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Suarez grounded out 5-3. Another bouncer would look good here for Verhagen, who would like a double play.
Absolutely.
Here's the 0-1.
Votto used to run a little bit, but only 1 steal this year and 1 attempt. As long as you just give him a good look, he's not going to go anywhere.
Suarez leads the National League with 81 RBIs. The last Cincinnati Red to lead the National League in RBIs, Dave Parker, and that was back in '85. A long time ago.
Dave Parker, my brother, you know.
He's
got Parkinson's disease as well.
The 0-2 slice to center. That's going to be a base hit. Suarez is on, and Votto will scoot to second. 2 on now, nobody out. Well, don't miss a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to celebrate the Hall of Fame induction and number retirements of greats Jack Morris and Alan Trammell at a special celebration dinner on Thursday, August 9th. It's at the Motor City Casino Hotel. Select ticket packages include a private meet and greet and more. Tickets are on sale now at tigers.com/HOF dinner. Not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, there's some. They have the dinner. They have the retirement. Number retirement ceremonies here. I think Jax is on the 12th and Trams is on the 26th. You got to come down.
Williams hits a ground ball to second. Should be 2, 4, 6, and a 3. Double play for Verhagen. 2 gone.
Made a good pitch here. Look at nice low pitch down in the zone. Right to Nico. You see Nico and Iglesias getting used to each other. The timing of everything, the flips, setting each other up, good communication. Got a long way to go to get Tram and Lou, though, don't they?
Oh, long way to go. Years and years and years.
You know, just talking about Lou. Obviously, Tram had a lot to say, but how about Chipper Jones? Giving Lou some acknowledgement. I thought that was really cool.
Well, it's one thing to come from your own teammate, but a peer as well for another ball club. Giving Lou some love. It seemed like Gibby, and we're talking about Lou Whitaker, gained a lot of momentum. There's Tram.
In my mind, they did. Yep. Tram stopped in and say hi today. Tell you what, that he enjoyed that so much, him and his family. I've never seen him smile like that. I've known him a long time. It was really nice that they can enjoy it, and it looks like he's unwinding today.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been on a 3-week, and I promise you, Jack and Tram both prepared relentlessly for what they just got done completing.
Chopper up the middle. Goodrum, tough play, long throw is in time for the out. What a play by Nico. He saved a run. A tremendous throw by Goodrum, and we'll see if the Reds want to challenge. That is a great play.
I think he's out. I mean, look at that's full coverage right there. Nico do his right with the bouncing throw. Where did he learn that at, Iggy?
Tires and auto service. Everybody needs a Bell Tire guy. And by Chevrolet, it's Chevy Truck Month. Bring on the new and hand down the old. Chevrolet, find new roads. And a nice big Tigers welcome to the Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Michigan. They're in attendance here today, enjoying the proceedings so far. Tigers lead 2-0. They have flashed the leather this entire series. Another great play. That last one by Goodrum. Rolled foul off the bat of John Hicks. Hicks, then a Ducey, then Iglesias. 2-1. Fly ball to center field for Hicks in the second. He is 0 for 1. And down he goes. A wave and a miss by Big John. It's going to be the third strikeout now for Sal Romano.
Are all those strikeouts on curveballs? We're going to go back and look at that.
Willie had Castellanos, which was, I believe. Then Reyes in the second, I believe so. And now this one. A Ducey, a single, and a run scored in the second. Tigers got a pair on the double by Iglesias.
Romano really turns that fastball over. You notice how that's running away from the lefties?
The 1-1 is sprayed foul.
Another one, he just He gets ahead and probably going to go to the breaking ball in the dirt. You know, we sit up here and talk about this, but when you're at the plate, it's a lot different ball game. Because it comes out looking like a fastball. That fastball previous was sneaky.
Belted in the air to right field. It is hit deep. It's to the track. It's to the wall. And it's way gone. A Ducey with a solo shot here in the fourth. His second of the year. Well, that thing jumped out quick.
Yeah, he was smart. He's watched the pattern that he'd been thrown, and he sat on that breaking ball, stayed back, smoked it. Look at him sit back, hanger right down the middle. That felt good. Mario's feeling good with the Ram pick the stick, big 6 points.
Well, I'm feeling a lot better. A lot better.
What was getting on you about picking the deuce?
Somebody was. Well, the whole panel was, because I
wasn't.
passed Victor. No, you weren't. That's true.
Passed Victor for the deuce. So far, looking good.
Iglesias the batter. 3-0. Tigers have the lead now, and Jose looks at a ball inside.
Keep tacking on, boys.
Tied him up that time, 1-2.
Been talking about this pitch, how he turns it over, this fastball. He really gets on top of it, and the way he follows through the ball, this pitch eats him up. Looks like an inside strike. That's a hard pitch to hit there.
Tigers in this game have a Ducey as a left-handed hitter, and they have switch hitters in Goodrum, Martinez, Candelario, and Reyes, all batting from the left side. Lefties 293 against Romano coming in. Fly ball center field, not deep. Hamilton, 2 gone. Well, salute the legacy of Latinos in the game of baseball during the 13th annual Fiesta Tigre celebration presented by Miller Lite on Saturday, August 11th. Tigers taking on the Twins at 6:10. If you'd like tickets and more info, go to tigers.com and celebrate the 13th annual Fiesta Tigre. Victor Reyes drags a bunt to first. Votto flipping, nobody there. And Reyes beats it out, bunt single. Romano was late getting there. Reyes just flat out beat him to the bag.
Yep, make the first baseman go get it. You got to beat the pitcher, and he's on his way. Nobody there. Romano behind the play. And Victor is flying. 1 out single. It's 2 out single.
Convening on the mound to give Romano a chance to catch his breath.
Yeah, he's a big one, so probably does take a little bit out of him, huh?
He checks in at 6'5", 270.
Hard.
0-1 on Jones. Jacoby a fly ball and a ground out.
You're Victor. You want to try and pick a pitch here where he's going to throw his curveball.
Roll.
0-2.
That hit Jacoby right there on the swing. I think it came off his bat and hit him in the leg.
Yep. Ouch.
Right off the quad or the knee. Yeah, he didn't come out of the box too long, so.
Look how far inside that pitch was.
Yeah, but it's moving a lot. It doesn't look like it's going to be that far in, but It's inside. It probably looks like it's middle third in, and then it just chases you. It's a hard ball to hit for anybody.
Runner goes. Nobody down, covering at second base. And Casali looks into the dugout. He had no chance to throw because there was nobody there.
Yeah, there's a mental error up there in the middle infielders between Peraza and Jeanette. High time. Reyes got down there in 3.28 seconds. So Casali throws pretty good, but again, the Tigers have pressured the Reds and they have not defended well.
Bouncer right back to the mound. Romano will toss him out to end the inning. Yet the Tigers get another run. Jim Adduci, second home run for the Tigers this year in the big leagues. Deuce got all this one. 3-0 Tigers.
Really good for the Tigers. The positioning even better last night. Iglesias in the right spot. Today right here, Nico gets the double play. Tigers positioned perfectly. Then again, Nico off to his right with the bounce to his left. And gets the play out. A run would have scored. The Tigers prevail so far with the 3-0 lead.
Bottom three coming up. Preston Tucker leads it off against Verhagen. Drew had to come on in the third after Fiers was taken out following the second inning. Was hit by a line drive off his leg. Shin burger.
How would you like that burger, sir?
There's a bouncing ball to the right side to the grass. Goodrum has it, and one gone. Here's Casali.
I would say well done, by the way.
Well done.
Well done, Schimberger. The rare burger would hurt too much.
Why?
Will you look at it?
Oh yeah, I guess it would be.
It would be a little uglier.
Yeah. Casali flied out in the third inning to left field. He looks at a strike from Verhagen. Well, the Tiger bullpen was pretty good in the month of July. They will need to work double duty here today with the starter going just 2 innings. One and one.
Well, the Tigers pitching staff has been great in the month of July. They had a great month of July, throwing balls for strikes. Tied for second highest first pitch strike percentage, 64.7%. chase rate is up because you throw more strikes in your head and the fewest walks. That's good. Staff is kind of settling in.
Those were Chevrolet's most dependable players, the Tigers staff.
The Tigers pitching has been okay really throughout the season. They've had their tough times. The glaring thing on the side of the offense, the runners in scoring position, and the on base percentage, something they've been working on, and many of the coaches, and I know Gardy, there is some youth here, so there's an experience factor, but they've got to try to adjust that a little bit and do a little better job as the season goes on. You got to learn to trust certain things. You got to shorten up your swing. Got to learn to swing at good pitches in those situations. But it's hard to do because you get energy when the game speeds up and you want to do well. You want to get that guy in. You want to get him over. And it gets you out of your real mechanics of who you are and how your approach takes you to success.
Well, I know that Lloyd McClendon and Phil Clark have been preaching more of a two-strike approach with runners in scoring position, a chance to drive in a run instead of the big swing. And I guess with young hitters, it's always a work in progress.
The Tigers 231 with runners in scoring position.
Pulled foul.
Reds are at 260, for example. But they're committed to it. Work on it every day, and there's a fine line. Do you talk about it every day and make it more of an issue? You know, it's like it is what it is. It's part of the game.
Got him. Down he goes.
Good job.
Tied up Casali, and there are two gone. Will be the second strikeout for Drew.
Ball takes off, a little two seam action. Watch the fingers, see how that puts that spin on there, eats him up.
Hamilton now with two outs. Candelario on the grass at third, taking away the bunt.
So let me finish up by saying on the runners in scoring position, and Hamilton got to take the speed aspect away. The '84 Tigers, who won a world championship, did the same thing, took the same path. It takes time and patience. Everybody will have an opportunity to join the movement.
It seemed like you guys in the late 70s, early 80s kind of grew up together in the minor league system, came up with each other. And when you got to the big leagues, you were in, a pretty good spot there to win.
Well, we were, but I came up in '79. It was 5 years later when we won, and Tram was there earlier, and Lou was there, and Jack and Peaches. Tommy Brookins was there. And we added pieces late before the World Series.
Popped up left side of the infield. It'll be Iglesias. Dave Verhagen, a 1-2-3 fifth. Nicely done. Nicholas Castellanos will get things started in the Tigers' fifth inning. Ducey's home run. I've had a pretty good day today.
Boy, you popped right up to the top row, didn't you?
Well, for now, things there's a long way to go today.
Keats going the wrong way.
Shep's got 4.
You know, we keep saying Keats. The reality of it, it's not Keats. Okay. I pick mine every day. Mario picks his every day. Rod picks his every day. Keats, who we got? We got multi, so we're going to tally up who gets what here.
Hey, don't talk about me like I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, we know what you can hear. That's what we talk about.
Good bait there.
It's more fun that way.
What percentage of the points do you get?
All of them?
Well, no, I think he means
100%?
what percentage of the points have you gotten for that position?
Have you seen the picks that Johnny Kane and Mickey York have made over time?
Yeah.
All of them I've gotten.
Mickey feels pretty good about himself.
Roller to third base for Suarez.
It's amazing
and
that
Nick is out.
Keating is just there ready to pop in.
Here are the
Updated.
standings. Look at Keating
Look
smiling.
at the lead. Look at the lead.
Is that Keating / York /
Kane
/ who?
/ everybody.
Well, in this little Brady Bunch picture here, I'm delighted to see Mario Impemba on the bottom row here. You're Bobby Brady, basically, when it comes to that.
At least I'm not Cindy Brady.
I wasn't going to go there. I was going to give you that one.
Keating just protecting his perch up the top. Can't even get a secret word in without him popping in.
Well, I will tell you this. There's a ball hit to left field, not deep. Nico is going to be out 2 away. Keating won the contest last year, and so he's leading again this year as we dive into the month of August. So he is definitely a force in this game.
Keating / who?
Well, yeah, but John has done the most of the selecting there. I will give him that.
Well, I give him credit, but I just wonder why it's not on the trophy representative of the whole team who won that. There's teams against individuals. So, you know, just something I'm just bringing up.
And by the way, the next time you see Keating, ask him how he did in Light the Lamp, which is the Red Wings contest. I think he finished last in that. Vibart the batter. Victor with a single and a fly ball. He's 1 for 2. Went around. What's up, Shep? Oh, Shift. I thought he said Shep.
We're just checking to see who's listening.
Shep is out cruising around the ballpark. Here's the Shift.
Yeah, again, look at there's over here. There's only 19% of the ball, so why cover it, right?
Oh,
they're trying to throw him in because Victor's went to the left side of the diamond, and they're going to try and keep him from doing that. They want him to pull it.
Romano is up to 80 now. 80 pitches. Here's the 1-2. Victor now has hit safely in 7 of his last 8.
Probably going to stay hard with Victor. Coming in again. Victor saying, get off here. Get up on my hands. Here's our Xfinity high-speed pitch. 95, low of 84. Tigers trying to tack on some runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Leading 3-0. 2 down.
2 RBIs for Iglesias and the home run by Ducey, building the 3-0 lead. Again, in on his hands, and he banged it off his foot.
Yeah, well, that last hit that he got, you can tell the Reds got talked to when they went into the dugout. They realized what Victor's trying to do, so they made an adjustment, and they're just pounding Victor in. That one there, he just got a piece of. I think it went off his leg. Looks like Daniel Stump warming up to come into the game. got a smile on his face. Looks like he's doing okay.
Victor recently scored his 900th major league run. He did it against the Red Sox on the last homestand. He's got over 2,000 major league hits. Now the 2-2 again, and it's fouled off.
Looks like he's limping a little bit.
Two outs, nobody on in the fifth inning. Tigers lead by 3. That'll go foul down the right field line. Bangs against the tarp.
Victor's put some pitches on the pitch count up to 84 for Romano. So the bullpen for the Reds is probably getting ready to get into the game as well.
Flared out of play. Should Victor reach? Candelario waiting on deck.
He's so due. Candy is. Had that one home run what, about a week ago or so. Ready for another.
Well, we'll see if we can get Martinez on before he does so. He's a Johnny Bench fan. Here's the 2-2. Bouncing ball right side. And Peraza is going to throw him out. That'll end the inning, a 1-2-3 frame.
Second inning, top second, gets the Schinberger right there. You can see it's raised. Tries to finish, gets through 2, then Drew Verhagen comes in. He's given the Tigers a couple of innings of held the Cincinnati Reds at bay, had everything going. Good fastball, good breaking ball. 3 innings pitched for Drew, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, has not walked anybody. But he's done, and we got a new pitcher. So Wallside Windows pitching change.
By the way, we've got some of our co-workers here, the Fox Sports Detroit company outing in the ballpark today. They're enjoying a 3-0 Tigers lead as we go to the 6th inning, and Daniel Stump has come on now for the Tigers. Peraza leading things off, and he shoots one in out of the ground to the shortstop. One hopper. Iglesias spinning and throwing him out. One away.
Well, Tigers do it again. This is not an easy play. Sun is starting to come out. It's little wind's been blowing on that infield. It's getting harder. getting beat up a little bit. They drag it every 3 innings, so this is probably about as rough as you're going to see it. It just changes a little bit as it dries out. Iggy with the good hands makes the snag and the throw.
Scooter Jeanette with a fly ball and a ground out. Here are the wall side windows numbers on Stump, who replaces Verheyen, who went 2 innings, or 3 innings rather, 3 for Drew, after 2 for Fiers.
Hard.
1-2 on Jeanette.
Stump, they've been looking at trying to get him more innings, which they have, and he's trying to get more consistent. And certainly Tigers are looking for a left-hander to get a lefty out.
Fly ball left field. Reyes cruising over. Jeanette is out. 2 gone now. Let's bring in Matt Shepard.
Remember, Mario, last night, the Tigers live postgame, Ron Gardenhire was talking about the Jose Iglesias play that he made in the 8th inning. Just a phenomenal play that was kind of tailing away from him. I asked him what was more impressive, the strength of that throw or the accuracy, and he said the accuracy. He said, look, the guy can flat out pick it. He's a Gold Glove shortstop. I thought that was a pretty interesting comment and tells you a lot what Gardenhire feels about Jose Iglesias as a player and how he's grown this year.
I would agree with that, Shep, and I think that based on what we've seen Gibby with the eye test this year, Gold Glove certainly is a way to describe Iglesias. It's been unreal. Votto takes the ball outside, 2-0.
Well, here's that play we were talking about last night with Iglesias. Everybody just does not make this play. Dives and throws across his body off one knee.
Hard.
And the Stumper is in there to get Joey Votto now. He got the lefty Jeanette. Now he's going for Votto. Votto hitting only 238 against lefties.
Pulled to the right side. Goodrum gobbles it up on the outfield grass. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Daniel Stump.
Last night in God's gift to baseball, Tropicana Field, that Mike Trout made a little history. That home run gives him 30 homers and 20 steals in 3 seasons, and he joins Willie Mays as the only players in baseball history, Mario and Gibby, to have 30 homers and 20 steals in 3 years before turning 26. And Mike Trout has just reached that age. Very impressive indeed. All the accolades piling up for the Angels fine outfielder, guys.
Keith, I sense a little sarcasm in your description of Tropicana Field. Am I correct?
Yes, you would be correct. God's gift to baseball. Is that too strong?
It's a little too much. We all agree with you, though.
So you support a change, Keith?
How many times have you heard me say something and then say, yeah, that's too much? That's too much.
Never. Here is Candelario leading things off. And he'll drive this one straight in the air to center field. Billy Hamilton under it for the out.
Like to see the Tigers tackle one or two more on. You don't want to get a situation where you kind of got the Reds down where they need to be, but you need to put them away right now if you can.
Here is John Hicks, who is 0 for 2 flyout strikeout.
Third time around, numbers show that you should be more productive in those at bats.
Line to left, base hit. Hicks aboard with 1 out. Hey, be part of history when the Tigers retire the number of 2018 Hall of Fame inductee Jack Morris. Is prior to the Sunday, August 12th game against the Twins. The on-field ceremony begins at 12:15, and the first 10,000 fans receive a replica Jack Morris jersey. Go to Tigers.com for more ticket info. Get here early. It appears that is going to be it for Romano. Jim Riggleman makes his way out to the mound. And we'll get a pitching change here at Comerica Park with 1 on, 1 out, and the Tigers up 3.
The deuce got a nice breaking ball right there, down in the count, and smoked it. Big home run in the 4th inning, put the Tigers up 3-0.
Deuce was on the loose today, but he's going to be pinch hit for here. They got a lefty, and Wandy Peralta has come in now, so Ronnie Rodriguez will pinch hit.
Got a wall side windows pitching change. Wandy Peralta, 39 games so far. ERA at 5.81. You can see he's wild. Lots of walks. 25 walks, only 22 strikeouts. Changeup's his big pitch to righties. Fastballs, sliders, and the change.
Rodriguez fouls it back out of play now. 0-2 on the pinch hitter. That's the right-hander Lorenzen starting to warm up. Michael Lorenzen.
Looks like the change right there. Ronnie laying off. Well, I'd like to see him connect with one. As hard as he swings, got to go a long way. 100-mile-an-hour, 26-degree launch angle. Let's see it.
Driven to left. It's going to get down and go to the corner. Rumbling to third base is Hicks. They're going to try and score him. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's going to hop over the glove, and the run will score.
Wow.
That is the second time, at least in this game, right?
In this game, I'm going to say third or fourth time in the series where the Reds have had to go down to that left field corner and have not come out with a good result. And Dave Clark, the third base coach, continues to send the Tigers, and they've got him dead to rights right here. Just got to make a good throw. It takes a bad hop. It's right there on the fair foul line, and they cannot pick it. Tigers will take it 4-0.
Double and an RBI, third on the throw, and another pitching change. 4-0 Tigers.
And does a heck of a job. Peralta got a great changeup. He lays off it, gets that mistake down into the corner, and that scores John Hicks. Put the Tigers up 4-0. We got a new pitcher.
Well, the Tigers, I think, Gibby, have done a really good job in terms of the fact their starting pitcher knocked out of the game, Mike Fiers, with an injury. The bullpen has had to step up, and they've done that the entire month of July, now here into August, too.
Yep, and a little bit of rhythm. I think they're understanding Ron Gardenhire, their manager. He's understanding them. They know the way it's going to go, and they've pitched enough this inning where he knows how to use them. He's putting them in good situations to succeed, and that the results show that.
Bottom of the lineup coming through today for the Tigers. Ducey a homer, Iglesias 2-run double, and now in the wall side windows pitching change, Michael Lorenzen.
26th game, ERA sub-3. Got good electric stuff.
Infield in now for the Reds. Line drive off the glove of Jeanette into right field. Score Ronnie Rodriguez.
First pitch bullet by Iglesias.
Iggy having a big day.
Jeanette was in there so far he couldn't even react. Watch this. Got a good pitch right over the heart of the plate. That's what you're supposed to do with it. Watch how quickly it gets to the second baseman, Jeanette. Now, we slowed it down for you, so but that happened very quickly.
10 Tigers hits on the afternoon now. That'll bring up Victor Reyes. Victor had a bunt single and stole a base back in the fourth. Lorenzen hits the outside corner. 0-2. I was looking at the numbers on how Jim Riggleman has used his bullpen in the 10 games out of the break. They've logged over 43 innings. That's fouled back out of play, and we've seen him go to the bullpen twice here in the sixth.
You know, last night's game with Bailey left him in, but he has been displaying a very quick hook.
Now the 0-2, and it's fouled down the left field line.
And Victor, he likes that heater. Not letting him go by from the first pitch. 2 runs in, 1 out. Man on, and Jose Iglesias at first.
Ground ball foul, first base side. Santiago, nice pick, handing out a souvenir. It was his specialty in his playing days. Quite an infielder for the Tigers.
Ramon the Bone.
Lifted, fouled again. Nice play. Even better play.
Yeah. So you give a ball to a fan like that young man did right there. Do you give it to the youngest or the oldest one?
I don't know. Very good question. There's the fly ball to left. It'll be handled there by Irvin. And there are 2 gone. Maybe you give it to the one that is least likely to cry if the other one gets it.
How do you know that?
I don't know. I just guess.
Just a piece of useless information that goes through my mind.
Very useless.
Trying to get better at my signing etiquette, right? Or my giving balls away etiquette. So
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd help me out there.
I would try and find another one and then hand both of them the baseball. That'll miss low.
That's the best advice I've heard.
Trying to get Jacoby going. He is 0 for 3 in this game, and he swings and misses. A fly ball and a couple of ground balls for Jones. More action in the bullpen. The Reds have gone heavy into their bullpen in this game. Curie Mello warming up. One and 2. Alex Wilson for the Tigers.
Yeah, if you're Gardy, you're going to go with your best and just try and get out of this game with a victory. Get home, enjoy your evening, and get ready to pack for Oakland and Anaheim. The Angels.
And the Tigers, at least in recent times, have not been able to perform all that well in either one of those ballparks.
Oakland's a different ballpark. They're a real scrappy, aggressive, athletic team, well coached by their manager Bob Melvin. Then you go out to Anaheim, where they've got arguably the best player. What about Ohtani? What are you looking for this time around?
Well, he's probably going to hit. He's not pitching anymore, is he, this year? There's a soft line drive, base hit. They had the runner on the move. Iglesias on his way to third, stopping there, and Jacoby Jones with a base hit. Now the throw gets away, and a run will score. Boy, the Reds have had a very poor series defensively.
Yes, they really have.
They gift wrap the run right there.
This is what I like about when you put people in motion and they force the issue. They force a rush right here by the center fielder. Is this Billy Hamilton that picks this ball up? He's peeking. He wants to get in a little quicker, and he doesn't take his time and make a good throw. He overthrows the cutoff man again into nowhere. Iglesias, because he hustles the third, easily scores.
6-0. Tigers have the lead. Well, fans, tune in Friday night. The Tigers kick off their West Coast trip in Oakland against the Athletics. Your game coverage begins at 9 with Tigers Live right here on Fox Sports Detroit. You're going to have to stay up a little bit later in the coming week for the West Coast swing. So the Tigers had 3 here in the 6th. That ball popped up and foul off the bat of Castellanos. Reds have committed 2 errors in this game. They have charged Irvin with that error. Wasn't that Hamilton that brought it in?
I thought it was.
Yeah, I thought it was Hamilton that threw that ball.
No, it wasn't. It was Irvin.
Was it Irvin? All right, he's up.
Tigers doing a good job of being aggressive, yet when they shut it down, they're getting their heads on a swivel, so they quickly reacted to the overthrow.
And a much needed base hit as well for Jacoby Jones. One and 2 on Nick. He is 0 for 3 in this game and 0 for 6 in the series. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Castellanos strikes out to end the inning. Tigers add a few more though. They get a pair. Ronnie Rodriguez doubles in a run. Iglesias able to single one in. And a bad throw scores another. Tigers lead 6-0. Brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectation of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDetroit.com. See why Chevy triumphs the Motor City. And by Wallside Windows. We can do that. We are the factory. All Tigers today as they wrap up this homestand. Alex Wilson coming out of the bullpen now for the Tigers.
Willie's been good, like he always has been. He does it all. Being asked to hold down this Reds team, play this game out, get the series sweep, mini sweep.
Suarez, Williams, and then Irvin here in the 7th for the Reds. It'll dart outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Suarez.
Alex's big pitch is the cutter. Only opponents are hitting 155 against the cutter. And at bats that end with the cutter. It's 4th lowest in the league.
Ronnie Rodriguez staying in the game and playing first base for a Ducey. Pinch hit for a Ducey. Playing to pull on Suarez. Strike called. He got one at the top of the zone there.
Yeah, Willie gets a lot of swings on that cutter. He actually, his strike percentage is not very good as they could mend the shift right here.
Into center field, base hit. Suarez with a leadoff single here in the 7th.
This guy can hit a little bit. See the slider right there, just right down the heart of the plate. Suarez does not give a bit. Is that his 2nd hit of the game? Yep.
Mason Williams will stand in. Only the 6th hit of the day for the Reds. Williams has one of those, a single. He knocked into a double play in his last at bat.
Gotta believe that Gardy would prefer to use Alex for 1 inning, Joe for an inning, and probably Green for 1 inning. Maybe not Green, maybe go somebody else. Maybe Coleman, get him an inning.
Wilson missed some time this year with a strained plantar fascia. Ripped to right field, base hit. That'll put 2 men on now for the Reds with nobody out. Last time they had this setup was in the 4th. They got a double play, did the Tigers.
Just cutter down and in doesn't do a lot. Right through the 3-4 hole. Got something going on for the Reds, threatening here in the top of the 7th.
That'll bring up Phillip Ervin. Line to center field, out of the reach of Goodrum. That's going to load the bases. 3 straight singles now for the Reds.
That's 3 singles on 3 pitches, isn't it?
Bring up Tucker.
Those are just kind of right down the middle, not doing a lot right yet. He's got to get it on the corners, get it off that barrel.
Tucker lined into a double play in his first at bat. He's 0 for 2. The Tigers now getting in contact with the bullpen. Ball 1. Did not go.
Boy, I thought he went there.
Eight Reds hits now as they try and crawl back in this game late.
See Preston Tucker, runners in scoring position, 303 average with 3 homers and 21 RBIs this season. So he's been pretty good at it. Hopefully we can reverse that and get a nice double play. Take that double play and concede 1 run all day long.
Just missed now, 2-1. Now there is Lewis Coleman again warming in the Tigers pen.
One thing you've known about Gardy, he'll get him up, he'll go through him to get out of this inning. Instead of letting that momentum gain, you stop it. Somebody's got to get him out. Who is it?
Right back up the middle into center field, a base hit. They're going to score 1 run and keep the line moving. 4 straight singles for the Reds, and now they're on the board. Still nobody out.
Gonna have a visit. This ball just out over the plate.
Now Rick Anderson coming out to have a talk with Wilson as Coleman warms up. Singles by Suarez, Williams, Irvin, and now Tucker. And all of a sudden the Reds have 9 hits.
Alex's last game pitch was on the 29th against Cleveland. Had a good inning, an inning pitch, 2 strikeouts. So he's had a couple days off here, maybe a little too strong. Ball doesn't seem to be moving as much.
Here is Curt Casali. Ball 1. Fly out and a strikeout for Casali, who got as high as A-ball with the Tigers. He played at Lakeland in the Tigers system before he was dealt to the Rays. Spent a few years in the big leagues with Tampa Bay. Now it's 2-0 on Casali.
Well, if they don't get Casali, they're probably going to be his last hitter. See, they're adjusting their shift right there.
The 2-0. Line drive, fair ball down the left field line. Williams scores. Irvin coming around to score. Tucker goes to third, and Casali has a 2-run double. It's 6-3. 5 straight hits for the Reds, and that's going to be it for Wilson. Alex unable to record an out. So Gardy takes the baseball. Tigers go to the bullpen, and we'll be back.
Things change very quickly. Base hits by Suarez, Mason Williams, Philip Irving, Preston Tucker, all right up the middle, singles and doubles, and the Reds score 3 off of Alex Wilson. So we've got a 6-3 game. 2 men on, and Billy Hamilton to the bat.
So Lewis Coleman comes out of the bullpen for the Tigers to try and slow this thing down.
Yeah, I got to get it out. And this is Hamilton's the important guy from the Reds right now. He's their tying run. So you always want to think your defensive strategy to keep him out of scoring position.
Rolled foul, 0-1.
Seems like the Reds have turned very aggressive this inning. A lot of first pitch swinging, second pitch swinging, really letting it go.
Hamilton a single, a steal, 1 for 2. Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Hamilton.
For this inning, the Reds have been, was it the last 11 hitters have been shut down. So complexion changes, got to adjust, got to adapt. Need Coleman to get him out of this inning.
Would not chase. 1-2 on Billy Hamilton. Jose Peraza waiting on deck. Tigers just need to get an out here.
Yep, he's got to defend. Got to make sure you get one out one way or the other.
Line to right field, base hit. Another run will score as Tucker comes in, and it's 6-4. Hamilton delivers, and that is 6 straight hits for the Reds.
Wasn't a very good pitch there. He tried to throw a slider there and just kind of got around it. Looks like it's just right over the heart of the plate. Hamilton smokes it. Reds score 1 more.
So the tying runs are on now. Still nobody out. They turn the lineup over to Jose Peraza.
Hamilton's going to go.
Tigers back on the phone again.
Probably doesn't want to get Joe Jimenez in, but he might have to.
And now all of a sudden the Reds have 11 hits, like the Tigers. Keeping a very close eye on Hamilton.
After 6 in a row, amazing.
5 singles and a double. Peraza fouls it back, 0-1.
Somehow they could get a double play. That would be good. I like the slide step there by Coleman.
Tigers have more action in their bullpen now. Wilson started the inning. Coleman has come on. Little number back to the mound. Coleman will handle it, throw to first, coming home, and he's out. Oh, what a big play for the Tigers.
He threw a bullet strike to home plate.
Casali tried to score, and he's thrown out by Ronnie Rodriguez.
Good job by Lewis Coleman right here. Takes a look, makes a good throw. Look at Ronnie. He's ready.
Ronnie got rid of that in a hurry.
He had his feet going before the ball came. That is a bullet. Ooh, they've put some defense, haven't they?
Double play for the Tigers. Yeah, it's been a great defensive series. Here is Jeanette now with 2 outs. A 4-run 7th, but a gargantuan double play for the Tigers.
What kind?
Gargantuan.
That's big.
That's huge.
really big.
Swing and a miss. Now it's 0-2. One strike away from shutting down this inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him. Strike 3 to end the inning. Coleman comes out of the bullpen and shuts her down. 4 runs in, though, for the Reds. It is a game once again. This double play preserves the Tigers' lead. Coming up, the Consumers Energy 7th inning stretch.
In the first inning with Jacoby Jones, Iggy's been outstanding with his glove and throws. Nico Goodrum joins the fold today. Big play there, avoiding a run. Iglesias again. And then in the 7th, after 4 innings, what a play by Ronnie Rodriguez, alertly cutting down to CIN. That was not a smart base running play, but just like the Tigers have forced Cincinnati into many mistakes, they have not forced the Tigers into any mistakes. The Tigers have stood up to it.
So the Tigers trying to rebuild the lead now. Amir Garrett, the lefty, will come in for the Reds. 2-run game from 6-0. It's now 6-4 as Nico Goodrum leads it off.
Pretty much fastball, slider, 95 miles an hour on the heater, around 84 on the slide piece.
Both clubs have 11 hits in this game. Seemed like everybody, when we played the Reds in Cincinnati, coming out of the bullpen, threw hard.
Tall lefty, got a big long lever there, that left arm. 3-0 on Nico. Come right back and put some runs on the board.
Garrett has been used a lot. He leads the staff with 51 appearances, counting today. The 3-1. Nico slicing to right, base hit. His second hit in this game.
He's just watch the way this ball, instead of letting it eat him up, watch him bring his hands in, and he just, good length, pushes it the other way. Look at that barrel. He just controls that barrel. Looked like he was beat. That ball got deep, but he pulled those hands in the line drive. Leadoff single. That's great camera work there, boys.
12 Tigers hits. Single for V-Mart in 3 at-bats. Runner goes. Popped him up.
Get back, get back.
Nico's going to have to hurry to get back. And Jeanette will make the play. His throw is going to be late.
It looked like a hit and run, didn't it?
Yep. 1 away.
Looked like Victor really went out of his way to. It looked like they were trying to compromise that shift. Didn't work out, but Nico did get back.
Here is Candelario.
Candy's swinging better from this side, so it could be to the Tigers' advantage.
Chambers single and 2 fly balls to center. They've used Garrett out of the bullpen, Peralta and Lorenzen. Here's the 1-0.
Oh.
Well, Nico, he took off first pitch with Victor. He loves to run. He usually runs early.
Runner goes. Here's the throw. It's going to be late. Easy stolen base for Goodrum.
Is it 8-0? Hadn't been caught, I don't think, this year. I'm sorry, that's his 8th steal against 2 caught. Nice technique. Goes on first pitch. Guesses right.
Tigers continue to apply the pressure to the Reds. Ball 4. That'll put a man on now with the walk to Candelario, first and second. Tigers host the Central Division rivals Chicago White Sox on Saturday, August 25th at 6:10. The first 10,000 fans receive a 1968 50th anniversary Mickey Lolich bobblehead, courtesy of Delta Airlines. If you'd like tickets, go to tigers.com. Well, back to the bullpen they go. Garrett's out of the ball game, and we'll be back. Tigers raced out to a 6-0 lead in this game, but the Reds have come charging back 6-4. Tigers trying to answer now. Back to the bullpen go the Cincinnati Reds.
David Hernandez, one of my ex-players from Arizona. He can throw high fastballs. He's got a good curveball. He likes to throw it. It's his second best pitch. ERA at 179. He's got good stuff.
2 on 1 out for John Hicks.
Breaking ball right there. Hicks trying to jump him. Candy's got to keep an eye ahead on Victor and Nico. David Hernandez used to have a high leg kick. I see he's cut that down a lot.
Ball 1 on Hicks, who singled, scored a run back in the 6th inning. Tigers being very aggressive here in the 7th. Single and a steal by Goodrum. Up and in.
Nico would jump off there a little bit. David Hernandez, one looking. He's just one look and going to the mound. He doesn't like to throw to the bases. As soon as he looks back, he's going to go.
Ground ball to short, could be 2. Suarez, Jeanette, and a double play. It goes 6-4-3 to end the threat. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire.
Ron Gardenhire out of that bullpen. There has been some shuffling going on there. They're trying to get him at the back end of that rotation. They're still kind of working through what kind of caused him to hit the shelf for a short period of time. And it came back that he's allergic to grass, but not the grass here at Comerica Park, but the chemicals in the grass. He was getting some new sod in his home or at his home, and that's what gave him the allergic reaction. Mario since then has had a couple of really good bullpen sessions. They're looking forward to him being at the back end of their rotation and kind of stabilizing things a little bit.
So what you're saying is not the actual grass, but the chemicals in the grass.
Yeah, and I told Ron Gardenhire, look, he said, look, this is a bad profession to be in if you're allergic to grass. I said it could be worse. You could be a golfer.
Yeah, exactly.
Was thinking the same thing. Well, the Tigers now go to the 8th, leading by 2, 6-4, and the first one from Joe Jimenez missing outside. Jimenez, the All-Star this year, 51st appearance. Ball too high to Joey Votto, who leads it off, then Suarez, then Williams. Way outside, now 3-0. Now want to put the leadoff man on here. Your lead is 2 runs. And he walked him on 4 straight. So Votto, who is very good at drawing walks, took one here in the 8th, and really none of those pitches were close.
No, underneath them all, he let them all go. Arm high, I should say. Not really finishing, but I'm looking down the Tigers dugout there. You're positioning defenders, guys moving all over, trying to be in the right place at the right time when they put it in play.
Here is Suarez. Ball 1. So that is 5 straight now that have missed from Hernandez.
So since the Tigers have went to the bullpen so far, it's been a struggle. This is the 3rd Tiger pitcher.
Way inside, 2-0, and now Joe can't find the arm slot. And now it's going to be the catcher Hicks out. Here comes Rick Anderson as well.
Using those MVRs up, aren't they? They're trying to get on top of this for, because you start to correct. You're on the mound, or whether you're at the plate, wherever you're at, you're starting to analyze. Well, I'm letting that's coming out late, or it's coming out early. You try and correct it, then you overcorrect it. And now where do you go? It's tough. Mental aspect. You got to reestablish. I talked about it earlier in the game. You got to establish that feel, what it's going to feel like when you throw it where you want to throw it. Von Gardenhire's hair will get grayer. Oh, looks like it's pretty gray now, huh?
Here's the 2-0 pitch. He's swinging, and he ripped it foul back out of play. 2-1 on Suarez.
Yeah, if you're the hitter right there in Suarez, you gotta believe he's trying to throw it right down the middle, and he did. He fouled it back.
The Reds box here this afternoon. A lot of production in the bottom of their lineup. Another big swing, now 2-2. Suarez upset with himself on that last one.
Again, Joe coming with the heater. There's some life on that ball, though. I mean, Suarez saw it, but it's tough to center him pitch like that.
Inside, now 3-2.
If you had the confidence, you throw the slider here, you got him.
It'll pop up, shallow center field. Jones coming on. It's going to drop, base hit. And they got him at second in the force. Oh, what a break there for the Tigers. Huge break. Votto thought that ball might be caught. Didn't get there in time.
Jacoby did a good job. The way he approached it, he circled around just enough so when he caught it, he could immediately get rid of it. And Votto, look at, he's right here. He doesn't know what to do. He's in the pickle. Good stretch and a good throw.
Reds are going to challenge, though. So hold everything. We'll see. Close. This might be a better look.
Did he come off?
If it stands, they'll take a base hit away from Suarez. It'll be just the fielder's choice.
Well, lots of challenges. The crew reviews right here. You see each umpire, the reviews entering today and how many are overturned. And it's just kind of interesting. Who made that call? Who was that? Because did Hunter Wendelstedt go out? So was that Sean Barber? Did we see that?
I don't know if Barber rotated over.
Or was it? Yeah, he had to.
He's out. Yeah, nothing in that replay indicated that he would have been safe. Well, I tell you what, the Reds, man, they are just not playing a very good or crisp or clean series.
But if you're Joey Votto and you go out another step and he catches it, what happens? You're out at first.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a tough one to read. He would expect himself not to get thrown out there, but it did. Tigers continue to put the leather and the arms on it.
Mason Williams lost this one in the air toward the left field line, slicing away. So in the 7th inning, Casali tried to score on that ground ball to first. They ended up getting a double play on that to short circuit the huge inning, because the Reds had the tying runs on base with nobody out. And now Votto, caught in no man's land here, is forced barely at second for an out. In there, strike called.
I tell you, if you're the Reds, they continue to pressure and be pressured. You're down by 2. You have to be conservative right here. You don't want to give up any more outs on the bases. There's a BSR index.
Swing and a miss. Down he goes.
Good boy, Joe. Anyway, there's a base running index that reflects your performance on the bases, and it evaluates much the same that you get evaluated with an error. And there's pitching evaluations. And Cincinnati has made some mistakes. Tigers have not. They certainly have that edge in this series.
Now Phillip Ervin. Just missed.
Well, I read that scouting report. He said that he didn't expand much. Boy, just thought he could get some of those pitches.
High fly ball. This is going to be playable for Reyes. And the inning is over. So Hernandez pitching around a little bit of trouble. They go to the bottom of the 8th. For the Tigers and A's.
Blaine Hardy versus Brett Anderson. You got Zim going against Edwin Jackson again. Then Lariano. I didn't see who the last day was. But Trevor Cahill. I think he's got the best walk-out song of anybody. So stay tuned for that.
Who does?
Trevor Cahill.
Cahill does?
Just because I had him as a player.
Oh, okay.
It's well, it's just the way what these guys pick is interesting, right?
It's revealing.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that.
Soft line drive to left field. That's going to drop. Base hit. Ronnie Rodriguez with his second hit of the game.
2 for 2. It's too bad you're capped off there.
Yeah, he is. He came on a pinch hit for a deucey in the 6th, got a double, now a single.
Double and an RBI. Tigers will take it. Try to get the line going, and if you're Ronnie, you got to be ready to round those bases. Tigers have been a lot better this year. They're going first to third, first to home. I was talking about the base running index. Really improved over last year.
So what are some of the major features of that base running index in terms of how they grade players?
Well, it's compared against every team, first to third, how many opportunities you have to do it, how many you go first to home, opportunities versus actual. Then you have second to home. And then how many bases you take, how many outs you've made, stolen base opportunities. And here's the base running numbers for the Tigers. Look at first to third, way better this year. Second to home, about the same. And first to home, much better. So everything, they have a net number, index number. It's called a BSR, and it's from.
Bunted. Hernandez will throw out Iglesias, but the runner advances.
So the Tigers last year on that index, it's from Biz Data. They were a minus, I believe, 65. This year they're a plus 11 before coming into today's game. So that's significant improvement. That's like 70 index points better than last year. So it's a different type of team, to be fair. They used to hit more home runs. Now they're a little more athletic, a little more run type team and defending team.
Fly ball left center field, hit pretty good. Wind is taking it all the way to the wall. The catch is made there by Irvin, and the runner will advance.
Now there's a base running, a base taken right there. So do you stumble off halfway, or he reads it, he sees he's going to catch it, he goes back and he takes it? Now, in general, there's a run matrix that tells you the percentage of and the odds of you scoring a run. So man on third, 2 outs, not that big, maybe 6-7% chance of scoring, but you can still score on a pass ball where you wouldn't from second. So you add ways you can score as well. So you don't ever want to make that first or third out. But this Ronnie right there was smart base running. If they should have a pass ball, we score a run.
Now Jones trying to drive in that run. 6-4, Tigers lead by 2. Little looper into right field, and it's going to drop. Base hit, 2-out knock. And a huge run for the Tigers. They lead by 3.
There you have it. Tigers tack one on, pressuring their way around, putting the bat on the ball, getting a couple to fall in. A little broken bat single here easily scores Ronnie Rodriguez. And that big insurance run. Now with a chance to advance some more.
$14 hits for the Tigers. The insurance last night proved very big for the Tigers. They gave up a run in the 9th, but won 2-1. And now they're up 3 here in the 8th today.
You know Jacoby's going to want to go. These guys that like to run the bases: Nico, Castellanos, Jacoby. Candy's good underway. John Hicks is good underway. Iggy, Victor Reyes. Well, everybody can run underway. You know, some guys are flyers, but that doesn't mean you can't advance if you're not a flyer.
Castellanos, the only Tiger without a hit today. Nick has fanned twice. He has popped up and grounded out. Tigers trying to sweep this mini 2-game series.
They're calling for a balk, but I believe he stepped off before he faked the throw to first. Jacoby gets about the biggest lead on the Tigers team. Tried the balk move there. Runners watched that front leg and it looked like he buckled at that time, trying to deke him into going. Because you're a runner, you're going to watch that leg. When you see the left knee go back, you go to second.
Fly ball right field. Get him out of the inning. Williams is there to make the catch. However, the Tigers get another run. We go to the ninth.
Have an hour for Tigers Live postgame show. It may take us 60 minutes to explain what we have seen here today, and I'm not even sure we'll get through it in 60 minutes.
It's been a wacky game. I mean, yesterday's contest was a 2-1 game. Today, it's 6-4 as we speak. The Reds have ran themselves out of a couple of innings. They've given the Tigers a couple of extra runs by throwing the ball away. They have not been a well-played game, but you know what? The Tigers will take it if they hold on to win this thing.
Right, they lead at 7-4. There were 6 consecutive hits by the Reds in their comeback. We looked it up. It happened against the Tigers on June 4th by the Yankees to have an inning like that. It got the Reds back into the game, but that run in the bottom of the
and then they ran themselves out of it again.
They did. They did. We'll see what happens here in the ninth. Upstairs we go to Mario and Gibb.
All right, guys, thanks. It is last call now for the Reds, and Shane Green coming out of the bullpen for the Tigers.
Greeny with the save yesterday, 22 of 25 in that department. Hasn't walked many. Great strikeout to walk ratio, 47 strikeouts, only 11 walks.
Tucker swings on the first and rolls to first base. Ronnie Rodriguez tags the bag. 1 gone.
That's how you want to start it. You know, Rod was talking about how Cincinnati ran themselves out of a few runs. The Tigers, if they were out, you could be saying the same thing, but Cincinnati has not played well defensively. They've not picked it good or thrown the ball well. The Tigers have made play after play after play. We can only hope that this continues.
Here is Curt Casali, who had a double to drive in a run in the 7th inning. Actually drove in 2. That was part of that 6 straight hit stretch that the Reds put together, but again, a big double play ball on a base running error by the Reds got the Tigers out of that inning. Fouled away, 1 ball and 1 strike.
We've been watching from up here the Tiger coaches moving players almost by pitch. You're the player, you're obviously going to move, but you also have to move by reading the swings. So you saw Curt Casali right there, maybe looking for the slider, a little late on the fastball, you move over.
2-1.
That's what pitchers do. That's what catchers do. You read the swings. Starting points are a reference of information, and you refine it by your reads.
Low and away, 3-1 now on Casali. Reds in search of a runner or 2. And there's ball 4. Let's bring in Matt Shepard.
Guys, I'm glad you talked about reading swings. We were talking about that with Ron Gardenhire and others in that Tigers clubhouse earlier today. They said Mike Fiers is the best at reading swings. And Michael Fulmer told me that he learned a lot from Justin Verlander over the last couple of years on how to read swings. He's still not great at it. He's still learning a little bit more about it, but it's always kind of a tricky situation. Is a guy taking a pitch because it's not what he was expecting, or because you just made a really good pitch? You're reading a lot of different things when you're out there on the mound as a pitcher.
Here is Billy Hamilton now. Yeah, JV was really good at reading swings. Of course, he got a lot of awkward swings in his career here.
Well, he has 4 pitches that he can throw, so you get guys that are looking for pitches or guarding against certain pitches. So when you know that, you adjust your game plan. You make Billy Hamilton swing the bat. Do not let him bunt.
Reds need 1 more base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. They've got the lineup turned over after Hamilton. Top of the order is coming up. Peraza. Swing and a miss.
That pitch right there, the 2-seamer that Greeny's been throwing. Look, watch it take off. Look at this. He's going to turn it over. Look how much that takes off. That is a money pitch. Something happened there?
Greeny walking off the mound, regathering, recouping. Now he's back on the hill. He's ahead 1-2. Down he goes. He went up top and struck him out. First strikeout for Shane.
Generally, Shane Green throws the ball down in the zone, changes the eye level here, gets the swing and miss.
Now time to get the last out. Here is Jose Peraza, the leadoff man. Crowd coming to his feet. Bender drops in high, 1-0.
Well, that's a tight zone. Tell me this isn't a big out. You got Jeanette behind him and then Votto behind them.
Yeah, very large.
Take this out right here.
Peraza has struck out twice in this game. He'll loft it in the air to center field. Jones is there, and the Tigers win. They sweep the 2-game series, 7-4 your final score. And now we send you to the Coliseum Studios. John Keating, Rod Allen with Tigers Live postgame.
Mario, thanks. There are options to talk about during Tigers Live. Good, bad, and ugly. All of them will be addressed ahead. It became a bullpen game for the Tigers with the injury to Mike Fiers. We'll update his condition. It's more good stuff from Good Room in this one. And Ron Gardenhire will put on a bow on it during Tigers Live. Coming up